Hello and welcome to Firefighting in Canada this week. It's Friday, June 9, 2017. Today's edition is brought to you by FFIC of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. I'm Tamar Atik, and here are the top stories. A former engineer was found not guilty in the Elliot Lake mall collapse. Firefighting in Canada writer Tanya Bettridge says that fire prevention education needs a more aggressive approach. And editor Laura King reports from the Fire Chiefs Association of British Columbia conference and trade show in Vernon. Robert Wood was cleared of criminal negligence charges related to the deadly Algo Centre mall collapse in Elliot Lake, Ontario in 2012. Last week, an Ontario judge acquitted Wood of 2 counts of criminal negligence causing death and 1 count of criminal negligence causing bodily harm. The Crown submitted dozens of photos of rust and leaking. Wood had declared the mall structurally sound just 2 months before a portion of its rooftop parking deck gave way onto shoppers, killing 2 women. He admitted to changing his inspection report after the fact. Elliot Lake community members have spoken out since the ruling, with some erecting protest signs on their lawns. The town's mayor, Dan Marchisella, told the CBC the community hopes for justice in the future, but until then, he says, there will be no closure for Elliot Lake. Tanya Bettridge, a public educator from North Perth, Ontario, says fire departments need to reframe risk rhetoric to help the public really understand the dangers of fires. She says the public often ignores potential threats unless they believe there is a significant risk or impact. She suggests departments adopt more in-your-face messaging to elevate the impact of fires, even if that means a more aggressive approach.
We can focus on creating lead-in messaging that will connect with people on more of an emotional level. Messaging that makes people realize that not only do fires happen, but that a fire can and will take away something that you care about a lot, whether it's your family, a loved one, a pet, or your house, or your iPhone. We have to make sure that people realize that fires do happen and that the consequences can be devastating.
Chief fire officers from across British Columbia met in Vernon this week. Laura King reports on the busy education agenda.
For the first time, the education portion of the conference was divided into streams for volunteer, composite, and career departments, and the sessions were packed. Moderated panel discussions about issues such as leadership, recruitment and retention, and the BC training playbook brought lots of ideas to light, and more than a dozen other sessions ran the gamut, from food truck safety to collective bargaining trends. As BC experiences more flooding, the water levels remain high in Lake Okanagan. Chief officers this week took a collection for the Cache Creek Department, which lost Chief Clayton Cassidy last month, and supported the Malahat Department, whose chief, Rob Patterson, died in January. The BC Fire Expo here in Vernon ran for 2 days before the conference, with highlights being the Comox Fire Department's new truck that includes misting fans for firefighter rehab, and Vancouver's wrapped truck to celebrate Canada 150.
That's our show for now from Annex Business Media's NicheTV newsroom. Thank you to our sponsor, FFIC of Canada. On behalf of all of us here at NicheTV, thanks for watching.